Hi, my name is Steve, and today we're going to talk about slicing of different beef cuts. And today we have two different cuts. One is a flank steak and the other is a ribeye roast. First we're going to take a look at the flank steak. I want to really talk about the grain of the beef and how important that is. First of all, you can see that on this flank steak, the grain of the beef runs, I would say, vertically, okay? And you want to cut against the grain. So what I mean by that is you want to cut this way against the grain versus cutting this way, which we would call with the grain. Cutting against the grain will make the beef much more tender. And I'm going to go ahead and take a couple slices here. And you can see I'm cutting what they call is against the bias, or on the bias. And I'm cutting at a little bit of an angle so that shortens up the muscle fibers a little bit. And this makes it, again, much more tender. And you can probably see how, again, how the grain is running this way and you're cutting against that, so it's a nice small piece that you're going to bite into. And again, it's going to make it much more tender. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the ribeye roast. And this happens to be one of my favorite cuts of meat. It's just a great holiday roast. The important thing about cutting a ribeye roast is just kind of squaring it off. So we're going to take one cut and kind of cut off this end. And there's always people who like that end cut anyway. And what I'm doing is just squaring it up a little bit. And you can see how nice and medium rare and juicy that is on the inside, okay? So really, cutting a ribeye roast is very easy because you're just going to cut end to end, okay? So you don't really have to worry about the grain. So you want to cut in, ½ inch, 3/4 inch pieces, or else, depending if you have a lot of people, you can cut thinner. But anyway, we're going to cut in about 3/4 inch piece. And the important thing is with cutting a ribeye roast is that you don't want to be sawing like this, because that's going to make the pieces look kind of cut up and not so visually appealing. So you want to take a couple small slices like this, and you can see how nice that looks. You're going to have a nice medium rare cut, and it's going to look beautiful on the plate. And again, this is great for the holiday season. Please check out beefitswhatsfordinner.com for additional recipes, cooking tips, and information on the interactive meat case.